Hello everybody, we're getting ready to do lesson 4.4 of Algebra 1, Part 1. Part 2 and 3 is available here. Write linear equations in standard form, Part 1. Here is our standard here. And what do we got here? We got a skill sheet here for 32 points, and then we have 0 points here for note taking. Here's your bell work teachers. Give your students 5 minutes to do this one. Okay, welcome back, students. Let's see what you got here. This is for A here, 1.4 gallons of fuel since 1990. We use our point slope form here of the equation to figure out our equation here for fuel, excess fuel in gallons per person. And then for, let's see, for this here, annual rate of fuel, years, excess fuel equals increase since 1990. So fuel equals 1.4 T plus 30. This would be the way to write it in that follows the verbal model a little bit more closely than. Okay. Write linear equations in standard form. You wrote equations in point slope. You'll write equations in standard form so you can find combinations. Okay, we call it linear equation. Ax plus by equals c is in standard form where a, b, and c are real numbers. A, b are not both zero. All linear equations can be written in standard form like this. Okay, example 1 here, write equivalent equations in standard form. Write two equations in standard form that are equivalent to 2x minus 6y equals 4. So, to write one equivalent equation, multiply each side by 2. 4x minus 12y equals 8. So, to write another equivalent equation, multiply each side by 0.5. X minus 3y equals 2. This is equal to this. You've just reduced it by 4. Okay, so that is right in standard form. Write this in standard form now. Students, write two equations in standard form that are equivalent to the given equation here. So that's your, oh, I gave you sort of the answer there. Okay, into our guided practice. Write two equations in standard form that are equivalent to x minus y equals 3. 2x minus 2y equals 6, so there's a equivalent equation. And then 3x minus 3y equals 9. Multiply each side by 3, multiply each side by 2. These are equal to this. They're not in simplest form, but they're in equivalent form. Okay, example 2, write an equation from a graph. We have a graph here. Calculate the slope. Our slope here is 1 minus and negative 2 over 1 minus 2, y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 over x2 2 minus and negative 1. I did it. Well, this is done different here. I've labeled this the other way. It doesn't matter. So it comes out to negative 3. 1 minus, this is positive 2. And then this is negative 1, so it's negative 3. It's a falling line here, so you know it's got negative slope. But an equation in point slope form, use 1, 1. So here is our point slope set up here. We have a point here, and then we have our slope, negative 3. We have this here, slope form. Rewrite the equation in standard form now. And when we move everything over to the left, our variables, and then our constant on the right, this is what we get. Okay, write an equation in the standard form of the line 3, negative 1, and 2, negative 3. Students down here. Write an equation in standard form for this. Okay, guided practice. Write an equation in standard form of the line through 3, negative 1, and 2, negative 3. So we got to figure slope. Here's our slope formula here. y2 minus y1, and then x2 minus x1. Negative 3 minus negative 1, and 2 minus 3. So what does that come to? That comes to positive 2 is our slope. Here's our m, so we plug this in here. And then we plug in our 2 points here. Plus 1 and then negative 3, meaning this is negative 1 and then 3 here. And then we have our slope, and here it is, standard form right here from the 2 points that we found. Okay, y plus 1 equals 2x minus 6, and then negative 2x plus y would equal negative 7. So here was the original. We bring this over here. It's negative 2x plus y. Then we move this over there. Negative 2x plus y equals negative 7. That was 4.4, part 1. Part 2 and part 3, email me. Thank you.